Hey guys, Jack here, back with another video, and in today's video, I want to talk about tariffs and their potential effect on our precious watch world. Now, I do not want this to be a politically charged video in any capacity. However, I do think that these upcoming tariffs do have a potential cascade effect on the watch market and their prices. Now, I'm someone who has a day job that is very much affected by tariffs and their impact on the global economy. And so this is a conversation we're having on a daily basis. And so I couldn't help but ask myself how this would affect the watch market. So that being said, let's just jump right into it. So obviously we all know that there are tariffs being proposed by the United States that are soon to be, or theoretically soon to be, into effect that is going to mostly affect Canada, Mexico, and China. The big kicker here is that there have been some serious discussions about expanding this to Europe, and perhaps that will eventually land us in a scenario where Switzerland is affected. Now, of course, I know Switzerland is not the only producer of watches, but they are a country that obviously, as we all know as watch fanatics, makes the vast majority of high-end luxury watches and non-luxury watches. I mean, they're obviously just the sort of main global powerhouse in terms of horology. In fact, 17% of all production from Switzerland are watches, and it is their third biggest export. So obviously, again, just reiterating what we already know, but Switzerland is a huge player here, and if for some reason tariffs end up expanding to Switzerland, this could have a huge effect on us. Now, on a very basic level, of course, we all know retail prices would be affected, likely a 20% or so increase, and the effect on the customer at that stage is fairly obvious. Of course, we're all going to get slapped with a slightly higher bill at checkout, so to speak. Now, the real question is, how does this affect the pre-owned market, the secondary market? And I think we kind of know where that would be going in this scenario, but I want to talk about it here as well. It seems to be the opinion of many experts, including myself, who is not an expert, that the secondary market would explode in terms of having limited availability and increased prices, which of course is no fun for anybody. Now, just sort of speaking anecdotally, over the past 5 or so years, looking at the pre-owned market, it has been very interesting to follow, as during COVID, prices were obviously at all-time lows. And again, speaking for myself, I was able to purchase a few luxury watches at very low prices. After COVID, prices seemed to stabilize a little bit, and it kind of took us into the past couple of years now, where things have been relatively stable, at least in terms of my personal, again, anecdotal opinion as someone who has only bought luxury watches on the pre-owned market. And again, I want to double down and say I am no expert in terms of watch pricing or market analysis. However, again, just speaking from my own experience and as someone who does not buy luxury or really any watches from retailers and mostly deals on the secondhand market and places like eBay, I would say the prices have been relatively stable. So to see a huge increase in price and lowering availability should be very interesting to navigate. And I guess that also really kind of begs the question, is this the right time to buy a watch? If you're someone like myself, perhaps you're a little scared away by the talk of tariffs, and although I don't want to sort of panic buy something, this may be the right opportunity, as I don't want to be interested in something today and have it be 20% more tomorrow. Perhaps you're opposite to that, and you're someone not scared away by this talk of tariffs and not someone who's going to be pressured into panic buying a piece. For those people out there, I commend you, and you're probably doing the right thing because we really don't know what's going to happen. Right now, we're just talking from a pure speculative perspective. I also think it's worth noting that the CEO of Omega, in a recent interview, did say in the face of tariffs they'd like to stabilize global pricing and keep it blanket across the world. I'm not so sure that's going to happen. I'm not doubting the CEO of Omega. I just don't know if companies are really willing to take away their profit margin and keep their prices the same despite obviously differing in prices across the world due to these tariffs. So I don't know where this is going exactly. It is nice to hear, though, that the Omega CEO is saying some positive things about keeping prices relatively flat. But we'll see how this goes, again, over the coming months or so as these tariffs are implemented and perhaps expanded across Europe and Switzerland, etc. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about tariffs in general. Not necessarily, again, from a political perspective, but I'm very curious to see what you guys think this will have in terms of an impact on the watch world. I would love this to be more of an open forum, place of discussion in terms of where we all think the watch community and watch world is heading due to tariffs, and really more just in general. I would love to talk this all out with you guys. Again, I never want to claim to be someone who is a master at analyzing financial data and market trends, but again, it is something that we talk about a lot in my personal day job, and so I thought it was interesting to talk about here today. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.